Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us again today. My name is Lucas and this is Doing the Deal. We are back down in the basement. Today what we're going to be taking a look at is a complete grow rack assembly from Spider Farmer. I think they call it the SF600. This is 100% a complete splurge. As I was on their site, I was like, yes, that looks great. I'm going to give that a go. And I'll explain to you why once we get it all assembled. But it is a steel frame, I don't know, supposedly. We'll see what it is, what it looks like. 3 tiered shelves on wheels, and it comes with 3 75 watt, what they call vegetable grow lights. So our goal today is to get that all assembled, get it all plugged in, see how it all goes. And we'll start with that. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put it up on the table. We're going to take a look at one of the 3 grow lights that we have. And then we'll take it back down and we'll pull the rack out of the box and put that together and see how it goes. So without any further ado, here we go. All right guys, here we are right here. The grow rack, like I said, was a splurge. It's completely unneeded. And in the past, we've always just used metal rolling racks from Home Depot or Costco or whatever. And then just hung up some traditional like T5s or T8s or whatever we needed. Probably with zip ties. So if you want to see a setup like that we had, I'll post the playlist for our microgreens at our previous location. You take a look at that. But what we have on the table right here is one of the 75 watt grow lights that does come with the deal. Not grow lights, they refer to them as vegetable lights. So let's see, these should be pretty straightforward in terms of what we have here. So let's see. User manual, everything you need to know. Vegetable needs, I'm down for that. Got some vegetable needs. Power, looks like a pretty good size one too. Having 3 of these on this grow rack might be a little annoying. Let's see how it all plays out. Set that over there. We've got some, looks like cables maybe. Let's take it out of the bag. To hang the grow lights, I'm assuming, on the rack right here. All right, so those are those things right there. It looks like the only thing that's left is this. No stickers with this, which is a little weird. But there you go, that's it. This is nothing fancy, we'll leave those on. It's a nice aluminum, like you would expect from like a shop light or something like that. And then they've got the LED panel inside. Let's look at the ends actually, let's take these off. See if we can find the end with the plug on it. Guess wrong. That's it right there. You just feed it right through. It looks like the little connectors screw right here, I think. Right on top here. And that's what you get with that right there. So that's pretty simple. There are 3 of these. They are 75 watt vegetable grow lights, which is what they call them on their website. I think the rack as well as the lights are both designated as SF600. So we'll have to see. So let's go over and take a look at the rack, and I'll let you know why I kind of splurged on this. All right, so here it is, all in the nice little box. And one of the main reasons, other than that it came with the lights and it was just easy and it was like a plug and play kind of kit, the shelves themselves are these big, giant, thick plastic liners that you just pop out and they fit a tray right here. They should fit a tray right here. I'm hoping they fit a tray. So once we get it all set together, we will grab a couple of 10 by 20 trays or whatever it is I think I have in there, and we'll see what it all looks like. All right, so in the box we should have 3 of these bad dudes. User manual plant stand. Alright, so these seem pretty neat. Here it is. These are the shelves themselves. I wonder if this stuff doesn't come with stickers, as it's more for vegetable cultivation than cannabis cultivation, maybe? I don't know. Maybe more people buy lights so that you get stickers. Put 2 more of those in the rest of the trays in the box down in there. And then I'm assuming these are our legs and our wheels. So without any further ado, let's bust this all open and get started on the assembly process. All right, guys, here we are. We have the entire rack assembled. We have all 3 of the lights hung up and set up and everything. Overall, assembly, super easy, super simple, not too bad at all. 1 tool required, comes with everything you need. These tray inserts for shelves are awesome. so you won't spill when watering said plants within the deal. Now, with that being said, the lights are all right. They seem okay. We'll have to see what they do. But for the price point, I think you'd be better served with a rolling rack from Costco, specifically something that's deeper. I know they make, Costco makes shelving that is 20 inches deep. You can fit a 10 by 20 tray like this. So if your purpose is for growing microgreens, I think there are definitely more cost-effective options, both for the rack itself as well as for the lights. These, I think they said, were rated at 75 watts. It might have been 70. We'll see. Now, for our purposes, this is going to work perfect. I think 2 trays of microgreens, even if we want to, 4 trays of microgreens will be plenty, with a 3rd row that's either blank or for seed propagation and or the development of young plants into adolescent plants before they end up going into the tents. Now, that being said, a couple of major issues, not really major issues, but just things, critiques, I think that could be adjusted at the price point that this is. My biggest issue are these hangers. I don't like these at all. Maybe that's just personal preference and the style. I know it's easy, but I don't know. I don't like it. The other ones, I don't know if I have one around here. These right here, I'd spend a couple of extra dollars to have enough of these come with those lights to hang those up. Easy. That's just me. Maybe somebody else is different. In addition to that, there is no shelf on the top. I can't put anything up here. I went and cut a piece of wood to stack all of these up here on. So yeah, you get other ones that have the grates and you still run wires through them and stuff like that. They still vent really well, and they have a place to store stuff on top. So if I want to store stuff, I've got to get another bigger piece of wood. Not a big deal. We'll do it. We'll make it a thing, or take up some grow space. So that's that right there. In addition to that, in terms of lights, these things right here, it's bulky. It is getting really warm too, to be honest. I haven't had them on more than, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes maybe. But I got 3 of the lights for 3 of the shelves. I got 3 of those. I had to run them all up here, which is fine. Not a big deal. You can't shut them off. There are no on-off switches for these that I can find anywhere at all whatsoever. There's nothing in the user manual. It's just a go, and that's it. Which is fine depending on what your purposes are, but we got a dead shelf. I'm not wasting electricity having that light on all the time. So I think what we're gonna do in that situation is we are going to get probably 2, I'd have to imagine we'll use constantly 2 timers. Put 2 of them together, but some Philips Hue smart switches. Big fan of the Philips Hue lights and their stuff. I'm already plugged into that system. So that's something easy for me to pick up, but switches aren't that hard. I don't know, we'll see. If they don't do what I like, I'm gonna switch them out for regular, T5s or T8s that I can pick up in just like a little deal that we used to use. I'll post those videos too if I haven't already, of the type of rack I'm talking about, as well as the type of lights I'm talking about. So I know they do the deal, I know they can be switched on and off, but we'll use this for now, we'll see. But I think for the price point, I think there are far better options that make some of this stuff just far easier on you in terms of running power cables, and just something as simple as turning your lights on and off. I could have taken a couple of zip ties and zip tied these things easier than what I did with these little cables that came with it. So so that's that right there. But overall, not too mad at it. Like I said in the beginning, it was a splurge. I wish the splurge would have been more happy, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the lights will do really good. But either way, let's flip it around and let's get some final thoughts. All right, guys, a couple of final thoughts on the grow rack itself, and not to sound overly repetitive, but I think the rack itself and the ease of assembly is really, really great. I think the missing of a shelf on top is, I don't know, not really a deal breaker. Maybe for somebody, depending on what your space situation is and what you got cooking and what you are growing. In addition to that, I think the lights are cumbersome and lackluster in terms of assembly and, you know, those types of things. The lacking of an on-off switch and the lack of even an additional option to be able to hang these lights if I had my own option or wanted to purchase my own option. Now, that being said, I think I wanted to be more excited about this than I actually was. It sounded too good to be true. This all perfect little thing right here. And it's not that. Now it is really good. I do really enjoy the trays and things of those nature. So we're gonna grow with it. We're gonna use it and we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna do some microgreens up here. We'll grow 2 trays. Our first grow is gonna be kale. And then we'll start our seed propagation on the second one. Like I said, we're gonna have to pick up some type of switch. I think we're gonna get the Philips Hue switch because I like those and I'm already plugged into that system. So that'll be good. Couple of other things that we have coming up on the channel, hopefully in the next couple of days, is now that we've got our boxes and our lights and our ventilation, we are going to start taking a look at our Grow Cube setup by Grow Ace. We're going to set those both up in the 4x4 as well as the 5x10 and start working on how we're going to get water to our water reservoirs. Once we get those things all buttoned up, we are going to actually start starting some seeds, starting some microgreens, and then trying to find what's available in terms of clones for what we want to grow in the 4x4. So if those are things that you are into and things you want to join us along our epic journey of exploration, please mash that subscribe button. If you liked what you saw today, please hit that thumbs up. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, advice, they are always welcome. Please post them right here below. And appreciate you guys. Enjoy your day. Cheers.